Protect your eyes with 4 oils before sleep. It sounds almost too simple to be true, doesn't it? But in my years of practice as an eye doctor, I've seen firsthand how a few simple, consistent habits can make a life-changing difference. And what I am about to share with you is one of the most critical secrets I tell my patients over 60. You see, for years I've watched them suffer from what they believe is just getting older. Their vision gets a little blurrier each morning. The words in their favorite books start to dance and swim at night. The headlights on the road create terrifying starbursts and halos, turning a simple evening drive into a white-knuckle ordeal. They squint to see the faces of their grandchildren, missing the subtle smiles and fleeting expressions that make life so precious. They tell me, "Doc, I guess this is just part of it. My eyes are just wearing out, and every single time I have to stop them and tell them the truth, a truth that most people will never hear from their regular physician." Much of this vision decline, this slow, silent thief that steals the clarity from your world, is not just inevitable aging, it is damage. And a significant portion of that damage is happening while you are sound asleep. That's right. The very time your body is meant to be repairing itself is when your eyes could be under the most stress, breaking down their natural defenses without you even knowing it. This is a silent epidemic I see every day in my practice. It's the dry, scratchy, gritty feeling you wake up with, the one that makes you rub your eyes just to feel normal. It's the slow fading of colors, the increasing need for brighter and brighter lights just to read a label at the grocery store. It's the growing fear that one day you won't be able to renew your driver's license, or worse, you won't recognize the person you love standing across the room. I've had grown men sit in my office, their voices thick with emotion, confessing they're afraid of becoming a burden. I've had grandmothers weep because they can no longer see the details in the family photos on their mantelpiece. This is not just about seeing, it's about living. It's about independence, connection, and joy. Have you been experiencing this gradual decline, thinking it was just a normal part of life? Let me know your story in the comments below. I read every single one because your experiences matter and they help others feel less alone on this journey. But today, I want to give you more than just understanding. I want to give you a tool, a powerful, natural, and scientifically backed secret that can help you fight back against this nightly decline. And the best part? It's likely sitting in your kitchen pantry right this very moment. It's not a complicated procedure or an expensive experimental drug. It's a simple, nightly ritual involving a spoonful of oil. And tonight, we're going to discuss the first of 4 incredible oils that can go to work protecting, nourishing, and repairing your eyes while you rest. The first oil is one you know well, but you've probably never thought of it as a potent medicine for your eyes. I'm talking about high-quality, cold-pressed, extra virgin olive oil. Now, I know what you're thinking. Olive oil. Isn't that just for cooking or salad dressing? And you're right, it's wonderful for that. But for thousands of years, long before it became a staple in modern kitchens, olive oil was revered as a form of medicine. Ancient civilizations used it for everything from skin ailments to internal health. And modern science is only now beginning to catch up and understand the profound wisdom of our ancestors. When it comes to your eyes, especially aging eyes that are becoming dry and irritated, extra virgin olive oil holds a secret that most people, and even many doctors, overlook. You see, as we age, the delicate tear film that protects the surface of our eyes begins to break down. This tear film is a complex 3-layer coating, responsible for keeping your eyes moist, clear, and comfortable. Its outermost layer is an oily layer, produced by tiny glands in your eyelids, called the meibomian glands. This oily layer is absolutely critical. It prevents your tears from evaporating too quickly. When this layer thins out or becomes unstable, common issue after 60 due to hormonal changes and systemic inflammation, your eyes are left exposed. This leads directly to that burning, itching, and blurry discomfort that so many seniors wake up with. This is where extra virgin olive oil comes in. It is packed with a healthy monosaturated fat called oleic acid. When you consume it, particularly before bed when your body's repair cycles are most active, you are providing your body with the fundamental building blocks it needs to replenish and stabilize that crucial oily layer of your tear film. It works from the inside out, helping your glands produce a healthier, more robust oil to protect your eyes all night long. But the magic doesn't stop there. What truly makes extra virgin olive oil a superstar for your eyes is a powerful antioxidant compound called hydroxy. This is one of the most potent natural antioxidants known to science, and it plays a critical role in protecting your eyes on a cellular level. All day long, your eyes are bombarded by oxidative stress from sunlight, blue light from screens, and environmental pollutants. This stress creates free radicals, which are like tiny wrecking balls that damage the delicate cells of your retina and other parts of your eye. Hydroxytyrosol is a free radical scavenger. It neutralizes these damaging molecules, reducing inflammation and protecting the retinal cells from the very kind of damage linked to age-related vision loss. A 2022 review published in the journal Nutrios highlighted that hydroxytyrosol can protect retinal cells from oxidative damage, the very process that can lead to irreversible conditions like macular degeneration. Let me give you a real-world example. One of my patients, a 72-year-old retired woodworker named Charles, had been struggling with severe, dry, irritated eyes every single morning for years. He had tried everything, countless brands of eye drops, warm compresses, even humidifiers in his bedroom. Nothing gave him more than a few minutes of fleeting relief. He told me he felt like he had sand in his eyes from the moment he woke up. I asked him to try something incredibly simple. I told him to take 1 tablespoon of high-quality, cold-pressed extra virgin olive oil about 30 minutes before he went to sleep each night. He was skeptical, but he was also desperate. Just 2 weeks later, he came back to my office with a smile I hadn't seen before. He said, "Doc, I can't believe it. I can finally open my eyes in the morning without that gritty, burning feeling. It's the first time in years." It was that simple. But a word of caution is essential here. Not all olive oils are created equal. To get the full benefit, you must choose a high-quality, cold-pressed, extra virgin variety, ideally organic, stored in a dark glass bottle to protect it from light, which can degrade its precious compounds. Avoid anything labeled light or pure olive oil, as these have usually been refined and stripped of their healing properties. And remember, for this purpose, we are using it as a nightly nutritional treatment, not a cooking ingredient. Do not heat it. Taking a small amount before bed gives your system the fuel it needs, right when it's doing the most important repair work. This simple habit helps replenish the natural oils in your tear film, reduce inflammation, and protect your retina, all while you are peacefully asleep. Starting your nightly eye protection ritual with extra virgin olive oil is a powerful first step. But it's only the beginning of what's possible when you harness the hidden power of natural oils. The second oil we'll discuss tonight is a lesser-known champion for eye health, one that deserves far more attention for its remarkable ability to protect the most critical part of your vision. This oil specifically targets the part of your eye responsible for your sharp, detailed, central vision, the kind you use for reading, recognizing faces, and seeing the world in vibrant clarity. I'm talking about avocado oil. Most people think of it as a trendy cooking fat, celebrated for its high smoke point. But in reality, its true value for those over 60 lies in its incredible nutritional profile. Particularly when consumed raw before bed, inside your eye, at the very center of your retina, is a tiny, precious area called the macula. The macula is what allows you to see fine detail. It's the part of your retina that lets you thread a needle, read the newspaper, or see the twinkle in a loved one's eye. This area is extremely sensitive to damage from oxidative stress, especially from high-energy blue light emitted by the sun, as well as our phones, tablets, and televisions. As we age, the macula becomes more vulnerable to this damage. This is where avocado oil shines. It is one of the richest natural sources of 2 specific carotenoids, lutein and zeaxanthin. Think of lutein and zeaxanthin as your eye's internal sunglasses. These powerful pigments are actually stored inside your macula, where they form a protective layer known as the macular pigment. This pigment acts like a natural blue light filter, absorbing harmful light waves before they can reach and damage the delicate photoreceptor cells beneath. The denser your macular pigment, the better protected your central vision is from long-term irreversible damage that can lead to age-related macular degeneration, or AMD, the leading cause of vision loss in people over 60. The problem is, our bodies cannot produce lutein and zeaxanthin on their own. We must get them from our diet. While they are found in leafy greens like spinach and kale, avocado oil provides them in a unique and highly effective form. This is because lutein and zeaxanthin are fat-soluble nutrients, meaning they need fat to be properly absorbed by your body. Avocado oil delivers these vision-protecting pigments already packaged with the healthy monounsaturated fats that your body needs to transport them efficiently from your digestive system into your bloodstream, and finally, right into the tissues of your retina, where they are needed most. When you take a teaspoon of unrefined avocado oil before bed, you are providing your body with a highly absorbable dose of these critical nutrients during its primary repair and regeneration cycle. Your body can then use these compounds to rebuild and fortify your macular pigment, strengthening your eye's natural shield against the daily onslaught of damaging light. Study published in the Journal of Clinical Medicine confirmed that higher blood levels of lutein and zeaxanthine are directly correlated with better macular pigment density, which is essential for long-term visual clarity in older adults. Let me share another story. Maria, a 68-year-old retired teacher, came to me complaining of night vision problems. She said headlights from oncoming cars felt blindingly bright, and she found it increasingly difficult to read at dusk, even with her glasses. She was an avid reader and was terrified of losing the ability to enjoy her books. We looked at her diet and saw that while she was health-conscious, she consumed very few sources of these crucial carotenoids. I suggested she make one simple change: add a teaspoon of cold-pressed, unrefined avocado oil to her routine, taking it separately about 1 to 2 hours before bed. Within a month, her night vision had noticeably improved. She told me she could finally sit on her porch at sunset and read again without squinting and straining her eyes. It wasn't a miracle. It was targeted macular support, done right. This simple act provided her retina with the specific nutrients it was starving for at the optimal time for absorption and repair. Furthermore, avocado oil is also a great source of vitamin E, another powerful antioxidant that is known to protect the photoreceptor cells in your retina from degeneration. In simple terms, it helps nourish and shield your retina while you sleep. Just like with olive oil, quality is paramount. You want to choose a cold-pressed, unrefined avocado oil, which will be deep green in color and should be stored in a dark bottle to preserve its nutrients. Remember, consistency is key. Think of it like brushing your teeth. One night won't change everything, but weeks and months of steady nourishment can make a profound, long-term difference. Your eyes are working hard for you every single day, and giving them this targeted support at night is one of the kindest, most protective things you can do for your long-term independence and quality of life. The power to protect your sight is often found in the simplest daily habits. If you're finding this information helpful, please take a moment to press the like button and subscribe to the channel, so you don't miss out on more health secrets that can change your life. And if you haven't yet, share your thoughts in the comment side. Love to hear from you. We've discussed the foundational support of olive oil for your tear film and the targeted protection of avocado oil for your central vision. Now, let's talk about a quiet villain in many vision problems: inflammation. You may not see it, and you may not even feel it, but inside your eyes, especially as you age, chronic, low-grade inflammation can slowly and silently wreak havoc. It can damage the delicate glands that produce tears, disrupt your tear film, and leave your eyes feeling constantly dry, red, and painfully irritated. And one of the best natural tools we have to fight this hidden threat is our third oil, flaxseed oil. Here's why it's so uniquely powerful. Flaxseed oil is one of the richest plant-based sources of alpha-linolenic acid, or ILA, a type of omega-3 fatty acid that the body uses to regulate inflammation. Unlike fish oil, which contains the omega-3 south EPA and DHA directly, flaxseed oil provides the plant-based precursor, ILA. This makes it an outstanding alternative for those who are vegetarian, vegan, or simply don't enjoy eating fish. When you consume flaxseed oil, your body converts a portion of that ALA into the more potent anti-inflammatory compounds, EPA and DHA, which then go to work throughout your body, including in the delicate structures of your eyes. For anyone dealing with dry eye syndrome, this is a potential game changer. As I mentioned earlier, the health of your tear film depends on the proper functioning of the meibomian glands in your eyelids. Chronic inflammation can cause these glands to become blocked or dysfunctional, leading to a condition known as meibomian gland dysfunction, MGD, which is a leading cause of dry eye. The anti-inflammatory properties of the omega-3 seconds derived from flaxseed oil can help calm this inflammation at its source, allowing the glands to function more normally and produce the high-quality oils needed for a stable tear film. And the best part is that it works from the inside out, addressing the systemic inflammation that contributes to eye discomfort, not just masking the symptoms with temporary eye drops. Randomized controlled trial published in the Cornea Journal found that patients with moderate dry eye syndrome who supplemented with flaxseed oil showed significant improvements in tear quality and eye comfort within just 30 days. Let me give you another real-world example from my practice. Ronald, a 70-year-old man, came to me with a common and frustrating complaint. He said, "I feel like I have something in my eyes all the time, but there's nothing there." He was constantly wiping tears away, yet his eyes still burned and felt dry. His ophthalmologist had diagnosed him with chronic inflammation affecting his tear glands. I looked at his lifestyle and diet, and we identified a lack of healthy omega-3 fats. So we added one simple habit to his nightly routine: 1 tablespoon of cold-pressed refrigerated flaxseed oil taken about an hour after dinner. 3 weeks later, he told me something remarkable. For the first time in years, he had slept through the entire night without waking up to eye pain or the feeling of grittiness. It was simple, it was gentle, but it worked. The consistent nightly dose of anti-inflammatory ALA gave his body the tools it needed to begin calming the chronic inflammation that was causing his discomfort. Now, a couple of important notes about flaxseed oil. It does have a stronger, nuttier taste than the other oils we've talked about. Some people prefer taking it in capsule form, and that works too. Just make sure the capsules are high quality, refrigerated, and free from added fillers or sugars, and that they provide a sufficient dose of ALA. Also, flaxseed oil is very sensitive to heat, light, and oxygen, which can cause it to go rancid quickly. It must be cold-pressed, stored in a dark, opaque bottle, and kept in the refrigerator at all times. Never, ever cook with it. Think of it as a fresh, potent supplement for those whose eyes often feel sore, red, or just off, especially in the morning or after a long day of screen time. Flaxseed oil might be exactly the kind of gentle, natural support your body has been missing. Adding it to your nightly ritual is a proactive step toward managing inflammation and promoting a healthier, more comfortable ocular surface. You are not just aiming for temporary relief. You are building long-term protection against the inflammatory processes that can quietly steal your vision over time. This consistent nightly nourishment is a profound act of self-care for the future of your sight. We've covered 3 foundational oils for nightly eye care: olive oil for tear film health, avocado oil for macular protection, and flaxseed oil for fighting inflammation. Now, let us talk about the oil you've probably heard of the most when it comes to eye health: fish oil. It's popular, yes, but few people truly understand just how powerful it can be when it comes to preserving vision, especially as we age. The reason lies in 2 special omega-3 south that are abundant in fatty cold water: fish, EPA, eicosapentaenoic acid, and DHA, docosahexaenoic acid. Of the 2, DHA is especially important for your eyes, because it's not just a helpful nutrient, it's a major structural component of your retina itself. In fact, the retina contains more DHA than almost any other part of the body. Think about that for a moment. The very cells in your eyes that capture light and allow you to see are literally built out of this specific fatty acid. DHA is critical for maintaining the fluidity of photoreceptor cell membranes, which is essential for the complex process of converting light into the neural signals that your brain interprets as vision. Without enough of it, these photoreceptor cells begin to deteriorate. Over time, this deterioration can lead to age-related macular degeneration, AMD, the leading cause of irreversible vision loss in people over 60. But here's the hopeful part. In the large-scale ARADS to age-related eye disease study 2, one of the most significant eye health studies ever conducted, researchers found that participants who consumed higher levels of omega-3s, especially DHA, had a lower risk of progression to advanced AMD, and a 2021 review published in the International Journal of Molecular Sciences concluded that DHA plays a critical role in reducing retinal inflammation, improving photoreceptor survival, and maintaining visual acuity. In other words, fish oil doesn't just support eye comfort, it helps shield the retina itself from long-term irreversible damage. I've seen this firsthand in my practice. Sharon, a 74-year-old retired nurse, came to me in a panic after a routine eye checkup. Her doctor told her she had early-stage macular degeneration, and she was terrified of the prospect of going blind. I looked at her lifestyle and noticed something was missing. No fish, no omega-3 south, essentially no nutritional eye support. So we added one simple habit to high-quality fish oil capsules before bed each night, each with at least 500 milligrams of DHA and 250 milligrams of EPA. 3 months later, her follow-up retinal scan showed no further degeneration, and more importantly, her vision had stabilized. She told me, "Doctor, I thought I was just waiting for things to get worse, but now I feel like I have a fighting chance." That's what the right nutrients can do, especially when you give them to your body during its natural repair cycle at night. If you're choosing a fish oil supplement, here's what I recommend. Look for a molecularly distilled triglyceride form, which is more easily absorbed by the body. And preferably, choose a supplement sourced from small, cold-water fish, like anchovies or sardines, as they are less likely to accumulate heavy metals. Avoid generic omega blends that don't specifically list the DHA and EPA content. You need precision here. And always take it with food to enhance absorption, preferably with your last meal of the day or just before bed. So, if you're concerned about vision loss, especially central vision, or if you have a family history of AMD, do not overlook fish oil. It's more than a heart supplement. It's a vision protector, and it works while you rest. Now that you know the 4 cornerstone oils, let's put this all together into a simple, easy-to-follow nightly ritual, so you'll know exactly what to do to nourish your eyes, starting tonight. This doesn't need to be complicated. What you need is a simple habit done consistently. Start with olive oil if your eyes often feel dry or gritty in the morning. Try taking 1 tablespoon of cold-pressed extra virgin olive oil about 30 minutes before bed. Next is avocado oil. This one is especially helpful if you're concerned about your central vision things, like reading, recognizing faces, or seeing clearly at dusk. Try adding a teaspoon of unrefined avocado oil to your dinner, or take it separately 1 to 2 hours before bed. Then comes flaxseed oil. If you've been dealing with eye redness, irritation, or that feeling like there's something in your eye, this oil is your ally. Take a tablespoon of refrigerated cold-pressed flaxseed oil about an hour after dinner. And of course, fish oil. If you have a family history of macular degeneration, or your doctor has already mentioned early signs, don't overlook this. Take fish oil capsules that contain both DHA and EPA with food, ideally right after dinner. This isn't a miracle. It's not a cure. But it's a small, consistent act of self-care that says, I'm not giving up on my vision. And the truth is, when you take care of your eyes, you're not just protecting your sight. You're protecting your independence, your connection to people, your ability to read your grandchild's birthday card, or see your partner smile from across the room. That's worth protecting. Always. Remember, your health is your greatest asset. Take care of it. Until next time.